Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We will be doing a tutorial on how to create a Gantt chart for scheduling in Microsoft projects. A couple of important notes before we get started. One, this is a re-recording of the tutorial. We received peer feedback that the audio was not that clear, so we will be doing this again. Second, we are using the 2019 version of Microsoft Projects to do our scheduling. So if you have an older version and you are trying to follow along on how to create a Gantt chart for scheduling, keep in mind that some features may be located in different areas or down a different name. This software tutorial is made for the CE 3650 Construction Management Project. I am Tyler Ardines, who will be going over the tutorial with you today. Special credits to Alfonso Lima for operating the software as I voice over it. Shout out to our other team members, Eloy Rodriguez, Ruby Rodriguez, and Eder Valdez, who are a part of the CE 3650 project. All right, let's get started. I already have the application open, so of course, the first thing to do is open up Microsoft Projects. The interface should look like an Excel sheet. We can see the 6 starting columns from left to right: task name, duration, start date, finish date, predecessors, and successors. There is an additional column, as you can see there, add new column, but we will get to that later. We can do some customizations or edits of these columns. As you can see, we can insert or hide columns. First, we need to type in the task name under the said column, task name. In our case, we are planning and scheduling the agenda for our concrete canoe. So our first task is task A, called material purchase. So I will type it in the cell here, material purchase. Now we have to type in our duration for the task. The duration is typically in days. You can just type in the number and it will automatically say N days. The duration for task A, material purchase, is 7 days. Then we need to establish a start date. For the sake of authenticity, our start date is September 1st, 2022. Now looking at the finish date, which is September 9th, that is a 9-day difference. This does not go in accordance with our specified duration of 7 days. This is because Microsoft Projects does not consider Saturdays and Sundays. However, you can change this easily. So let's do that. To do this, you're going to go to the green ribbon at the top of the screen and click on Project. Then you need to click on Project Information. This small window should pop up. On the right half of the window, go to Calendar, and you can choose your own calendar in terms of making a custom one with certain workdays. For our case, we will be going with a standard calendar. That will be the last option underneath Night Shift. So we click on Standard, we click OK. For good measure, we can see that the calendar layout takes into account of the weekdays only, which are labeled as working days. Saturdays and Sundays are excluded, and they have been grayed out as non-working days in this calendar. Next, we click on the Work Weeks tab, followed by clicking on Details on the right side. Another small window should pop up. We see that we have 3 options. Because we have our work hours set for Monday, or rather our weekdays, we'll apply those work hours to add to the Saturdays and Sundays. We need to click on the third option, set days to these specific working times. I will apply the changes to Sunday first. Using the small table, we type in the work hours. The first row will be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the second row will be from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Then we click OK. We have this small window again, so we do the same applications on Saturday like we did to Sunday. We click on the third option, set days to these specific working times. Once again, we enter in the first row from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and in the second row from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, we click OK. We click OK again. Now with the modifications we made, the new finish date is Wednesday, September 7th, 2022. The start and finish dates are in accordance to the 7-day duration. Next, we are going to include the rest of our schedule along with its durations. We are going to take a small shortcut here and copy and paste our agenda. We had our full schedule saved on another file. Drafting never hurts, so you always have to be sure of what you want to do in your plan or schedule. So I will copy this table here, put it on our new sheet. Over on the right side, we see the development of our Gantt chart in teal bars. It includes our tasks and the Saturdays and Sundays we modified for. We are a bit zoomed in, so if we wanted to see the whole project, we can go to the View tab. While in the View tab, we click on Entire Project. After we click on Entire Project, we can see the scheduling in its entirety. The next step we will focus on is establishing the successors of these tasks. It is important to note that these tasks may not be done in alphabetical order and can depend on completion. In this case study, the material purchase has a successor, which is mixed design, task D. As we type the successor in for material purchase, the software should be able to autofill in the predecessor for mixed design, which it does. After establishing our predecessors and successors, we can now input the lag for some of our tasks. I will click back on the successor of material purchase. Now notice how the cell only has 4 typed in. What we're going to do is add FS after the 4, followed by typing in plus 21 days. Lag has been established. Next, we click on the entire project to see the lag visually on the Gantt chart. As you can see, the lag is taken into account, symbolized by an arrow. Mixed design is now attached to material purchase. Now, we need to fill in the rest of our tasks. Once again, we had a pre-made rough draft prior to this tutorial, so this will take a couple of moments to copy and paste. After doing this, the tasks should be automatically aligned. All right, let's fill the rest of this table. Okay, so far so good. We have our scheduling set. Now, we need to click on Entire Project again. We should still be in the View tab. So go to Entire Project. Now we see our updated Gantt chart with the lag considered. If you want a detailed Gantt chart, go to Task Views in the top left corner and click Other Views, and then More Views. A small window should pop up. Select Detailed Gantt. If nothing shows up immediately, click on Entire Project. As we can see here, we can find the critical path, and it is highlighted in red bars. We can find other information, such as the free float, or free slack in this case. We can also highlight the critical path in the scheduling. To do that, we are going to click on Highlight in the Data section, and we need to click on Critical, which should, as its name says, highlight our critical tasks. There it is right there. Our tasks are highlighted in yellow. We're going to do a little bit of cleaning, so let me get rid of resource names. It is not needed in this tutorial. I want to add the total slack and free slack, aka the total float and free float. The application just calls it slack here, so there's no difference. So as we click on Add New Column, we are looking for total slack and free slack. There's total slack. Okay, brilliant. We have our total slack. Now we'll add the free slack, so we click on Add New Column again. There is our column for free slack. Now, what we're going to do is add what you could say are the 4 corners of the CPM float, which are early start, early finish, late start, and late finish. So we'll need to create 4 new columns. I'll start with early start. There's our early start. Next is early finish. There's our early finish. Then it's late start. There's our late start. Finally, we have our late finish. And, oh, it did not render. I'll just do it on the next column. There's the late finish. Let me hide this column. Not sure what happened there. But there you have it. This is how you make a detailed Gantt chart with a schedule using Microsoft projects. That's going to do it for this tutorial video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.